I've been itching to play my favorite game again, and I got the idea to implement my own sort of hardcore challenge to this playthrough. The rules are, if I take damage, I will restart the current level immediately, and I can only play each level and boss fight once. Now, I will replay a level if I need to, which would only be because I'm missing essential progression items. But I'm going to try to avoid replaying any levels at all. I'll also be playing the game on hard difficulty on the GameCube version of the game. As far as character selection goes, it was between the Jester and the Archer, or their secret alter ego characters. Playing a character with a high amount of speed just makes sense for this challenge, for obvious reasons. Arguments can definitely be made for both. The Archer or Tigress are probably the objective better picks, but I decided to go with the Hyena because I just think he looks cool. Let's jump into the first realm, the Forsaken Province. I very quickly realized that my biggest enemy in this challenge is going to be the game's not so great camera angles. They just very often put me in situations where I can't see where I'm headed, and monsters just kind of pop up right in my face and hit me if I don't have perfect reactions. I'll just have to spend a lot of time memorizing the levels and spawn locations, particularly of the ranged enemies, the archers and the bomb throwers. All that being said, it took me a little while to get through the first level, the Poison Fields. I managed to complete it after 4 resets. To my surprise, Ghost Town, the second level of the Forsaken Province, was a lot easier to get through. With some caution, I was actually able to complete it with 0 damage on my first attempt. The only tricky part about Ghost Town was the dragon encounter near the end, which happens to be the first dragon you encounter in the game. This encounter just sucks because of the camera angle you're forced into at this part of the level, where the dragon is completely out of view if you fight it straight up. So I decided to just go ahead and use my stop time power-up I picked up earlier. In retrospect, this might prove to be a mistake once I get to some of the harder levels, but it is what it is. I got past that dragon, ran through the bonus level, and headed to the exit. Next up was the Haunted Cemetery. This level didn't give me too much trouble either. I got through it after 2 resets. The first due to a blunder with the Reflective Shield power-up. I had my first legit fight with a dragon, stole a level from the Black Death, picked up the first item of legend, and finished up the Haunted Cemetery without too much effort. The next level, the Mausoleum, was where I really began to hate this challenge. The camera angles just really suck on this level, and after so many attempts, I began to get very impatient, which led to even more resets. There's also another dragon encounter that leaves you essentially blind thanks to the camera angle. But to be honest, all of my deaths were due to smaller enemies sneaking up on me from behind the camera. I was eventually able to complete the level without taking damage on my 11th attempt. Next up was the game's first boss, the Lich. I jumped into the fight, but quickly ran into a roadblock with one of his abilities, the one with the hand grasping from out of the ground under you. I tried this fight with just about every strategy I could think of, exhausting all of my items, attempting to dodge the ability, and even trying to stay extremely close to him as to not trigger him to use it. However, I wasn't able to figure a way around this ability, so I'm thinking I'll just have to skip this fight for now, and keep leveling a bit. Maybe some more speed will allow me to dodge the ability more effectively, or I'll just come back and overpower him with greater stats and items later. I think the item of legend corresponding to the Lich, the Good Book, will likely help out a lot, so maybe I'll come back when I get that. That is going to conclude the first episode of this series. If you enjoyed watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and look out for the next episode, which will be coming very soon.